Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I want to take a look at the two cover idle animations with a rifle. So when we are in cover and idling like this, I've noticed that he's got a quite a big angle towards the wall versus when he's moving. He's kind of almost flat on the wall, as you can see here, and contrary to this one. So that's something I want to change, and also I want to make the mirrored animation because when I'm moving to the left, he's gonna idle back facing the right, and that doesn't really look good. So the thing is that my animation, my original animation that I imported and retargeted, in the meantime I deleted it, so I kind of actually need to redo something. So let's see, we need Maya again, and I'm just gonna do this as quick as I can. Taking cover idle, that's the original Maximo animation. I know it's 68 frames long, and I know I need a root bone, joint, root, 0, 0, and 3, and parent that up. There we go. And I remember that we need to switch this 180 degrees. So just gonna take my root here and do that first of all. So I'm 180 now, and then I need to reset that. So unparented and reset the C rotation here, and parent it up again. So let's see, we can export that, and let's just call it cover idle rifle, like that. So let's go back into Unreal and see how that looks. Okay, and we need to turn her, that's what we didn't do, turn her a little bit more. So let's see, she needs to turn a little bit further around, so let's give it 30 degrees more. See if that works. So now I altered this on my root. I can't really do this on the hip because there's a local rotation axis up here. This is all messed up already. So now I've rotated him 30 degrees, so I unparented again, and I reset the rotation on the root and reparented again. So, right, export again. And let's see how that looks. Oops. Re-import. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Could be maybe a little bit more. If we judge from the line here, well, I think it's acceptable, but we could actually just take this and retarget to our Atom skeleton, and let's pop this into the blend space, the left one. I think I need to save this one, otherwise it doesn't show up. Cover. Let's see, it's this one. So this should be the left state, but as you can see, is pointing right. But as you can see, the angle here is a little bit smaller than if I do this. So I could rotate him a little bit more, and I think I need to bring him a little bit closer to the wall also, judging from this. So let's do both of these things. Oops. So let's give it maybe 10 degrees more, like that. And let's click on the hip and open up the graph editor and see, we have the translate Y, I think. Oops. And we could take this and move this somewhat like 15 something, 15 centimeters down. Doesn't need to be exactly 15. I'm just trying my way out now, and let's just save this. Comma, idle, rifle, export all, just override it. Okay, and let's bring it back to Unreal. So let's import the animation. Let's get rid of that and import it again, or we could just click re-import actually. Okay, and let's retarget it to our skeleton and save all and plug it into the blend space. Oops. There we go. And let's see how that looks. So this is the right idle and this is the left idle. And as you can see, he's way closer to the wall, and I hope this is going to be okay. The angle is nice now, I think. And the head may be a little bit, he may be a little bit too close to the wall, because sometimes when the camera, the spring arm can get in the way if the head gets too close to the wall. Well, that's another story. Anyway, let's continue working now inside MotionBuilder. So let's start off by opening our skeleton. I have a MotionBuilder file I made in a previous tutorial called Action Girl T-Pose MotionBuilder template. I'm gonna open that up, and that brings this guy up in the T-pose, or this, and it has, I already mapped all these bones here, so it's ready to just merge with the motion file. So I'm just gonna motion file import, and take the cover idle rifle, and it's gonna pop up over on the other screen. We hit merge and import. So that brings in this guy here. So before I continue, I just want to quickly mention, I posted this question on how to mirror an animation but keep hands animation on this forum, and this guy Drug, which seems like a really talented guy, posted an answer for me, and at first I just read through it and it was just one big question mark, and then actually I tried if I could figure it out, and I think I figured it out in the end. Anyway, I will probably not be able to explain everything, but I will show what I did based on this information I got. So thank you. So let's go ahead and create the story, character story here. Insert character animation track and select character, and we can right click here and insert the current tag. That's going to bring in this guy here. So the animation is the idle animation, and if we just swing this around, we can see he's looking right to his right shoulder now. So I want to turn off this story, and then I'm going to plot this to go into the navigator and expand the characters and find my character, and then plot the character to my control rig, FK and IK. I think I left everything as this, and that's going to bring this in. Actually, what I needed to do here was to take the and scroll down in these properties, character settings, and we have mirror animation, and check this one. So go ahead again, and I just forgot that make sure this is inactive, and plot to the control rig again. Okay, so that mirrored the dude completely. So now his primary gun hand is the left hand, but he's now looking to his left shoulder, and the idle animation is intact, looking to the left. Okay. So the idea is that I plot this to my skeleton. Now wait a minute, I want to uncheck mirror animation and plot that with active here, plot that to my skeleton. So now I have this animation here on my skeleton. Okay, and back in the story here, we can select body parts, and if I deselect everything first and then select the left arm, and we notice up here what happens when I select the left arm. Nothing happened. Great. It's because I need to enable story again. There we go. So let's do that again. So you can see I enabled the left arm, so it's going to take I guess the base animation. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but it takes the animation on the skeleton, which we just baked down, and now it takes the story only for the left arm, and now also for the right arm. So, and since that wasn't mirrored, then we have the arms keeping the original animation. So all we need to do now is to take this and plot that back to the do I need to plot this to the, no, I need to plot this to enable this one and plot this to the skeleton. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so what I want to do now is to take, expand the scene, select the root and select branches to get everything selected, and then save selection, and we are going to call this, where did I put it? Taking cover idle, cover idle rifle underscore mirrored. Okay, and only export take 2. Okay, so let's see. Now he is being rotated 180 degrees, and we could fix this inside MotionBuilder, but I think I'm just gonna make a pass through Maya and do a little extra. So I'm gonna open this one in import and take the mirrored version here. And I want to rotate him 180. I wonder why it's rotated 10 degrees. Weird. Okay. I have no idea where that came from. Anyway, it needs to be rotated 180 degrees. Can't really tell where that came from. So, but let's pretend we didn't see that. Deselect that one and zero out that and reparent it again. So that brings him over here, so we need to move him back again. I think this is not the right way to do it, but that's what I can figure out right now. So we need to move him back, I think it's 15 units, it looks like. So let's move him down to minus 15 centimeters. Okay, and export it again. Export all to mirrored. Okay. So let's in MotionBuilder, let's actually let's import this one and just see how that looks now. So now he's rotated 180 degrees and we have no rotation here. So one thing which Drug also mentions on the website here as a response to my follow-up question I had is how to handle that foot sliding that I have. So he comes up with actually 3 different approaches, and I think no, this is a different one. This is how we could rotate the character, but he also explains how to handle the foot sliding here. So I'm gonna make a quick pass on that as well. So now we have take 3 here, and if I just zoom in a little bit on this, and as you can see, the feet are moving during the idle animation here. Okay, so we want to fixate both of the feet. So we want to take 3 here and plot that to the control rig. Okay, and we have these effectors here, and as I understand it, we can pull them up to 100, and actually these depends on what you choose. But I think I actually don't know if you should use this one or this one, because this is a toe base, I think, and this is the ankle, and I think I'm gonna use the ankle for this one. And since this is a pretty, it's kind of a simple scenario, because the feet are supposed to stand still all the time. So I can just click this one and then come over to curves, and we have this translation X, Y, and Z. And if we just zoom in a little bit on that, maybe a little bit out. Can't figure out these controls. Okay. We can see we have this is supposed to be flat, but there's a subtle movement in all these keys. So the way to handle this is to take the first key here and leave it as is, and all the other keys, and just hit delete on the keyboard. So when we now move the slider, we can see that this is the right foot. The right foot is completely stationary now, and if we then select the left foot and do the same, and select all these keys in the middle and hit delete. Oops, missed one. And then move it again. The foot stays still, the feet. Okay, so then we can just plot this back to the skeleton, and now the skeleton has these nice static feet again, and we are happy. I hope, because I hope I don't need to readjust this. Anyway, so let's go ahead and export it again. So select branches and hit save selection, and go to the desktop where I put my files. And this is a mirrored one. Yes, override, only take 3, save. Okay, and in fact we need to take the original one also. Maybe we can just fix that also real quick. So let's import that. It's called this one. Let's take 4 now. Okay, so let's see. We have the same sliding feet, just a little bit more actually. So we plot this to our control rig. There we go. And we click our effector and come into the curves, and we have these keys. We delete them and check. Now the foot is standing still. Take the other one and remove everything in here, and there we go. The feet are stationary again. Great. So as I understand this, the reason why we can just delete everything in the middle is because the feet aren't moving. So if we had a walking cycle or something and the foot was sliding while it was supposed to stand on the ground, then we would only be able to delete the keys where that foot was being stationary. Anyway, that's another story. If I get fluent in this, I will maybe make a little video about that. Anyway, so let's plot this back to the skeleton. Plot character to skeleton, and now we have the animation on take 4 with stationary feet. So let's save. Oops, we need to select branches and save selection, and let's just save it on top of the existing one. I'm pretty sure this is okay. This one, save, yeah, and only save take 4. There we go. So back into Unreal Engine, and let's get rid of that one. No, yeah, well, yeah, let's re-import everything. So we take this one and we take this one, so both of them, and re-import them. Okay, and retarget it to our robot dude. So, geez, okay, let's get rid of those first. Can't figure out which one it was, so let's do it again. Yes, and get rid of the copy. Get rid of the copy and save. So inside cover we have the blend space and cover idle rifle. See, great. Now we have 2. Why do we have 2? We have to, because we have one in here already. Let's delete that one. Okay. Okay, so now this one 0 here is going to be the idle here, and for the copper right, we're going to put the mirrored one to the right here. And I actually see something is up with the axis, because this one is minus 120 and this one was 200. I think I'm going to make this 120 as well. So apply changes. Okay. Save, and let's test it out. Okay, I switched them. Great. So this one, yeah, okay, I switched them. Great. Cover idle rifle. So this one was going to be the mirrored one. And this one is going to be the non-mirrored one. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so this is how this one looks, and this is how this one looks. I think this one looks pretty good. This one looks, there's a little something going on with the feet, which is probably because I just mirrored the animation, so I don't know. It looks okay for now, I think, and I think I have spent enough time with this. Anyway, I hope I managed to demonstrate how this mirroring of the animation works, and I also hope that we now know how to fixate feet. As we can see now, they are looking pretty stationary, so I'm satisfied with this. Anyway, thank you for watching, and also a big thank you to Druck for helping me out with this. Tremendous help, and wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So, thank you, and bye-bye.